this is Susie Evans with Yoga Voyager. Welcome tonight. We've got a very special class for Osteopenia, Osteoporosis. In this particular class, we don't do any deep forward bends or folds. We don't do any side twisting of the thoracic or lumbar spine, and we don't do any side bending either. But we'll make modifications for that. This particular class, we're going to start off lying down, then we'll come into a seated position. We'll stand, we'll come back to a seated position and finish in a lying position. If that is not right for you and you cannot go from a lying to a seated position, we've got another therapeutic yoga class for osteopenia, osteoporosis that's perfect for you, where you can just sit in the chair and warm up, stand, use the chair as a prop, and then go ahead and sit back down in the chair and do some more stretches and have Savasana in the chair. So for today's class, you might want a blanket. Maybe you can put the blanket under your knees while you're lying down like that. Maybe you want to sit on a block when we're sitting, like that. That'll help open up that low back. Or if you don't have a block, that's okay. You can use a soft book as well. It'll give you that same effect. And importantly, we're going to use a chair. And we're going to use that as a prop today to help with balance. We'll work a lot on balance today. As we age, the two things we lose are balance and flexibility, and yoga just allows us to gracefully age, to keep that balance and flexibility. So we're going to go ahead and lie down. If you've got low back pain, my suggestion is to have the soles of the feet up, the knees facing towards the ceiling, closing the eyes, putting the left hand onto the heart, the right hand onto the stomach, and we're going to get into our Ujjayi pranayama breath. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Now, for some of you that don't have low back pain, you may prefer to extend the legs. And if that's the case, you can extend the left leg, allowing the left heel to come onto the mat, or you can extend the right leg, allowing the right heel to come onto the mat, or you can bring that blanket underneath those knees. Those are all options. So our eyes are closed, breathing nice and deep, in and out through the nose, getting into the Ujjayi pranayama. Nice deep breaths. Yoga is always a process of the breath. That's why we always take a little time to get into that breath and to come out of that breath. So in this particular class, as a reminder, your body is the only place you're ever going to live. And your body's your teacher, and you need to listen to your body more than you listen to me. We want to go into these poses slowly with sensation, never depth, never assuming you can go into one side of the body that you can the other. We're asymmetrical beings, and our bodies are completely different on each side. Typically, the tighter side is the right side if you're right-handed dominant, and the left hand is the left side of the body is more flexible. But that's not always the case. So we want to go into these poses slowly, seeing how they feel. And if it doesn't feel good, I'm going to ask that you skip that pose. Stay in that breath. I'll be mentioning safety cues first, and these are pretty important. The knee is a fragile joint. We want that knee over the ankle. A couple of ways we can keep that spine straight is having the hips squared forward or to the right and left side of the room. Also keeping the ears, shoulders, and hips stacked will keep that spine straight. Anytime in life we do a slight forward bend, we want to lock those abdominals. That's going to protect that low back. After that, it's my job to think of all the ways that I can stretch and I can strengthen those bones. And your job is to personalize this class, thinking of it as a yoga buffet, picking and choosing my suggestions that are right for you and your body, and disregarding those that are not right for you and your body, yet your body is going to get nourished. Very slowly, release the hands. Go ahead and open up the eyes. We're going to begin linking movement with breath by slowly hugging the right knee into the chest. As we're hugging that right knee into the chest, we're very mindful that the tailbone is not up, that spine is on the mat, that tailbone is arching up. It's a sign to come out of that stretch. And you can activate that left leg by flexing the feet and pushing that foot towards the front of the room. And you're going to feel the back of the leg activate while we're stretching the right quadricep and hips. Stay connected with those breaths. And go ahead and relax that left leg. Have the hands come to either side of the body, keeping the knee where it's at, The action's going to come from the lower abdominals. The spine is going to stay still, and that left glute's going to stay secure. So go ahead and rotate that foot or that knee to the right. Going clockwise, gentle circles. Again, we're slow, we're gentle, it's controlled. This is allowing the connective tissue to open up along with the muscle, which is going to allow all that oxygen, alkaline-rich circulation in to be nice and healing. Gently stop, go the opposite direction. Slow and gentle. Go ahead and hug that knee in, maybe noticing it is a little bit more warmed up, doing that self-massage. Take a couple more nice deep exhales. Go ahead and hug both knees in, and just for somatics, compare how the right and left hip feel. More than likely, the right hip is a little bit more flexible. So we're going to go ahead and hug the left knee in, either coming onto the sole of that right foot, or you can extend the right leg out. As you're hugging the left knee in, you're doing that with sensation. Again, the tailbone's not arching up, the spine is flat on the mat, and we can activate the back of the right leg by flexing the toes gently and pushing that foot forward. Again, you're going to feel the back of that right leg activate. If there's any tension in that left hip, on those exhales, just exhale that tension away. Just let it go. We're going to go ahead and give that left hip a self-massage by releasing the hands to either side of the body. We're relaxing that right leg. We're going to take that left knee over towards the right. Again, we're using those lower abdominals. The spine is still on the mat. The right glute is secure. This should feel really good, and if it doesn't, just skip that. And gently stop by the opposite direction to the left. And gently stop and hug that knee in. Take a couple more nice deep exhales. Go ahead and hug both knees into the chest. As you're hugging the knees in, the spine is completely flat on the mat. If the spine is not flat on the mat, come out of that stretch till you feel the spine on the mat. And this is for the low back. Hugging the knees into the chest releases the hamstrings from the glutes, and tight hamstrings can cause an achy back. So just breathe nice and deep into that low back. Now, some people like to massage the tailbone, and some people do not. So if that is not right for your tailbone, just stay right here where you're at and enjoy those nice, long, deep exhales. Now, if you like to massage the tailbone, we don't want to rock side to side on the spine with osteopenia, osteoporosis. That could be hard on that back. So what we want to do is we want to keep the spine still, but you're just going to move the knees to the right, maybe a centimeter, and to the left a centimeter. And that's a very safe way that you can massage that tailbone. Again, you're slow, you're controlled, you're going at your own pace. And if you're rocking side to side, gently stop. Take a couple more nice deep exhales. We're going to come out of this. We're going to hold on to the right knee. We're going to extend the left leg, allowing the left heel to come onto the ground. When the left heel is on the ground, we release the hands, extending the right leg onto the ground. We want to keep the spine straight, so gently log roll onto the right side of the body, keeping everything stacked, and put the left hand onto the mat or onto the ground and slowly come up into a comfortable seated position. When you come up, the legs can be crisscrossed, they can be extended, they can be a V-sit. Again, you can have the blanket, you can have the book or the block underneath the glutes. Go ahead and take the shoulders up and down. We're going to go ahead and open up the body here. So we've got the lower body, now we're going to get the upper body. Now in an osteopenia, osteoporosis class, we do not do any spinal twist, but this is really nice because it gives us the effect of a spinal twist without that. So go ahead and have the right hand come behind the right glute, having the thumbs against, that right thumb against the glute. Keep the spine nice and straight. Rest the left hand onto the left knee. Whenever you're ready, turn and look over the right shoulder. That's going to open up, or the left shoulder, excuse me, that's going to open up the right side of the neck, the shoulder, the lat muscles, the ribs, the kidney band. We're still breathing nice and deep. And come back to the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So come on to the left hand. The left thumb is next to that left glute. The spine is nice and straight. The right hand is resting along that right knee. We're going to turn and look over the right shoulder, revealing the left side of the body. The left neck, the shoulder, the lat muscles, the ribs, the kidney band. And come on back to the center and relax. We're going to go ahead and take care of the shoulders. We get a lot of tension in those shoulders. So we're going to inhale the shoulders up towards the earlobes. And as you exhale, float them down. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. And inhaling on up. And exhaling on down. One more time. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. And as they come down, we're going to drop the shoulders and take the shoulders up and draw them back towards the shoulder blades. We're doing backwards shoulder rolls. You can even close your eyes here because that does feel really good. And gently stop. Take the shoulders up. Draw them towards heart center. And relax those shoulders. The legs are not extended. Have them come into a V sit with the feet on the edge of the mat. And we're going to gently have the hands rest next to us. We're going to take the toes in towards midline and then gently out as we exhale. Inhaling, that gives us an internal rotation with the toes midline. Exhale, an external rotation. One more time. Inhale them in. Exhale them out. And come back to the center. We're going to rotate the feet towards the right, taking care of the ankle joints. It's important to take care of those ankles and the feet. Gently stop, go towards the opposite direction to the left. And gently stop and move the toes, getting the circulation all the way to the tips of those toes. And relax. Go ahead and have the arms out like a V, just like we did the feet. We're going to do the same thing with the hands. Inhale, bringing the fingers forward. Exhale, out to the sides. Inhale, midline. Exhale, out. Inhale, midline. Exhale, out. Hands with the fingers towards the front of the room. And go ahead and rotate those hands towards the right. Again, this gentle rotation allows the synovial fluid to get into the joint capsule where it can lubricate, bathe, and nurse those joints. Gently stop and go the opposite direction. Slow and controlled. Gently stop and wiggle the fingers. And relax. I have warmed up all the major muscle groups and joints. So as we go from a seated to standing position, please take your time to come on up. When we come on up, we're going to grab our chair. This is a yoga chair. Make sure that your chair is going to hold you because we are going to be putting the weight of our body into this chair. We don't want any chair to collapse. We want to be sure that it's on the mat, it's not on a wood floor, and we don't want to be on a bunched up rug either. So we're going to go ahead and begin by taking the hands up, reaching for that length, palms together, exhaling down to heart center. Some people enjoy a gentle back extension. If that's you, you can inhale the hands up. You can reach for that length, then squeeze the glutes and maybe go back just a centimeter. Palms together, exhaling down. And inhaling, reaching those hands up for length, maybe squeezing the glutes, maybe going back a centimeter. Palms together, exhaling down. Thumbs against the sternum and eyes closed. At the beginning of class, I mentioned if a pose was not right for you and your body, to please skip that pose. But stay connected to your breath. Mountain prayer is a great place to help you stay connected to that breath and keep you feeling grounded. Go ahead and open the eyes up. So we're going to begin with a little balance today. So we're going to come on over towards the right side. That left foot's going to be the balancing foot. So we're going to put the weight of the body into that foot. We're going to hold on with the left hand. Go ahead and find that focal point 3 feet away and lock those abdominals. That'll help with the balance. So we're going to come onto the right heel with the toes facing up. You can stay here. If you feel like you've got a little bit more to get the psoas muscle right here strengthened, you can lift up that foot. How high or low is depending on you because you're going to personalize this class. Then you can take the right arm, you can reach with that right arm, you can drop the shoulders, spread the fingers, and it's very important to keep the ears, shoulders, and hips stacked here because we're working the psoas muscle. If we lean back, we're going to lose that. And slowly come on down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to hold onto the chair with the right hand. That right foot is pressing into the mat. The core is locked. We've got that focal point 3 feet away. I'm going to move that block a little bit. So as you come on up onto the left heel, having the left toes up, the right and left sides are different, so I want you to treat it differently. So go ahead, whenever you're ready, if you feel like it, lift up that left leg. Again, the ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked. You can take that left hand up, reaching for that length. You can drop the shoulder. You can spread those fingers. All things we can do to strengthen and stretch this body. Slowly come on back. Come back to the center. We're going to continue our flow. We're going to start off in warrior one. So the right foot to the front foot. We're going to step back with the left foot, but the hips are squared forward. So take the arms on up as we reach. Exhaling, bending that knee. The right knee is over the right ankle. The ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked, and the hips are squared forward. So we've got options here. You can reach up with the hands and bring the shoulders down. That creates a little space within that neck. We've got muscles in the hands. We can strengthen those palms by spreading those fingers apart. And we can broaden the upper back by taking the pinkies and elbows midline. You'll feel that. Staying connected to that breath. Slowly straighten the front leg, put the hands onto the hips, and we're going to turn the hips slowly towards that left wall, adjusting that back left foot. The arms are going to come out like wings at shoulders height, and we're going to go into triangle. So take an inhale, hinge forward, dropping the right hand onto the chair, and lifting that left hand up. So looking down at the right hand is easiest. If you want to play with your balance, you can look towards that left wall. For those of you that really love to play with balance, you can look up at the lifted left hand. You can reach that left hand, open the chest, taking the crown of the head away from the body. We're strengthening the back of that right foot, the back of that right leg. We're getting the left obliques. And slowly bring the arms out like wings. We're going to go into warrior two. We're going to look over that right shoulder, elbow, that middle finger. Take an inhale and bend the right knee. The knee is over the ankle, and the hips are squared towards that left wall. We've got options here. If you want a wider stance, some people do, a back foot, which is a left foot that can scissor back a little bit. We do tend to lean a little forward, so we don't want that spine straight, so take that left hand back. We can create some space within that neck by taking the shoulders up and drawing them down. And looking over that right middle finger, feeling the strength and that right quadricep, hip, and glute. We're going to reverse our warrior by dropping the left hand down, the right hand comes up, and slowly come up. Just reaching for that length. Again, we can reach straight up and down. We can press it down with that right foot to feel the upper leg engaged, to strengthen that femur. We're going to keep the hands where they're at. We're going to straighten that front leg as we go into reverse triangle. Again, you can reach straight up and down. You can lean back a little slightly. Those are all options. Leaning back will get into those lower abdominal muscles to stretch them. All right, have the arms back at wings. We're going to go into extended right angle, which is a combination of the triangle and warrior two that we did earlier. Take an inhale and bend the right knee. We want to hinge with the hip. Inhale, exhale, hinging slightly, bringing that right hand onto the chair and bringing the left hand up. Have the palm of that left hand face towards the wall and gently reach that. You're going to feel that in the left obliques. Then take that left foot and press that into the mat to feel the inner left leg strengthening. And slowly come back with the arms like wings. We're going to come back into warrior one. Go ahead and have the hand onto the chair and slowly come up and reach for that length. Bring the hands together and come into warrior prayer. Now you can chill out here in warrior prayer, or you can press the hands together gently. When you press the hands together gently, you're going to feel the wrist, you're going to feel the biceps and those pectorals strengthening. Stay connected with those nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Go ahead and release the hands, have the hands onto the chair. Slowly straighten that front leg, holding onto the chair, scissor that left foot back in. We're going to strengthen our backs into something called warrior three. So we're going to hold on to the chair. We're going to extend the right leg out, coming onto the right toes. And this might be enough for you. If you want to lift that foot up, you can, but have the toes spiraling down. You can also hold on with the right hand. If you feel comfortable, take the opposite hand, which is the left hand. You can reach with the left hand, press with that right foot, or again, you can have the left hand down. You have to lift the toes up. Those are all options. And slowly come back. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, right and left sides are different. So go ahead and extend the left foot. You can stay here. You can lift the toes up, spiraling the toes on down. You can stay here. Or you can add one more thing by taking the opposite hand, which is the right hand, and reaching that hand. Reaching that hand, pressing with that left leg. This is strengthening the spinal erector muscles that line that spinal column. And slowly come back. We're going to stretch this out into a modified down dog. We're going to hold on to the chair. We're going to step back. Now the abdominals are going to remain engaged the entire time because you're going to protect that low back. So lock the belly in and down. And hinge with the hips, not the spine. Taking the tailbone to the back of the room, dropping the chin towards the collarbone. Again, this is a gentle down dog, a modified version, so that you can enjoy all 24 vertebrae just opening up. A great stretch from the wrists all the way down to the heels. Keeping the abdominals remain engaged. Keeping the abdominals engaged, slowly come up and walk on up. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll inhale the hands up, reaching for that length, palms together, exhaling down nice and slow. If you want the back extension, it's there for you. So inhale, reaching for that length, maybe squeezing the glutes, maybe going back a centimeter, palms together, exhaling down nice and slow. And inhaling, reaching the hands up, maybe squeezing the glutes, maybe going back a little bit, palms together, exhaling down, thumbs against the sternum and eyes closed. Just a gentle reminder that mountain prayer is always there for you. If the pose is not right for you in your body, please skip that pose. Okay, go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to go into warrior one. We're going to hold on to the chair. The left foot's the front foot. We're going to step back with the right foot. Hips are squared forward. We're going to inhale the hands up and exhale, bending the left knee. The left knee sits over the ankle. The ears, shoulders, and hips are stacked, and the hips are squared forward. So from here, if we want to create a little space within that neck, you can reach gently with the hands and bring those shoulders down. We do have muscles in the hands. We can gently spread those fingers. If we want to broaden that back, have the pinkies and elbows come in, midline. You're going to feel that a gentle stretch on those upper shoulders. Go ahead and straighten that left leg. Put your hands onto the hips. Turn the hips towards that right wall and adjust that right foot. Take the arms out like wings as we go into triangle pose. We want to hinge with that left hip and not the spine. Take an inhale, hinge forward, bringing the left hand onto the chair, and raising the right hand up. Again, looking down at the left hand is easiest. If you want to challenge your balance, you can look towards that right wall, or you can look up at the lifted right hand. You can reach that right hand up, open the chest out, envision the crown of the head moving away from the body. Again, we're strengthening the back of that left leg, and we're getting those right obliques. Come on up with the arms out like wings. We're going to look over that left shoulder, that left elbow, that left middle finger. Take an inhale and bend the left knee to warrior two. So options here, if you want the wider stance, the back foot, which is now the right foot, that can scissor back just a little bit. We do tend to lean forward, so the back hand, which is the right hand, can come back. We can create a little space within that neck by taking the shoulders up and drawing them down. We're breathing nice and deep. We're really feeling the strength in that front leg. We're going to hold this position, but we're going to change the position of the hands as we continue our flow, as we go into reverse warrior, dropping the right hand onto the right hamstring, the left palm comes up, and slowly come up. Again, you can reach up with that left hand. You can press down with that left foot to strengthen that femur and that left leg. This should feel really good. Personalize this. All right, we're going to keep the hands where they're at and slowly straighten that left leg as we go into reverse triangle. Again, you can reach straight up and down. You can lean back slightly to get a stretch of those abdominals. You can breathe nice and deep into those left lungs. And the arms out like wings at shoulders height as we prepare for reverse or extended right angle. Take an inhale and bend that left knee. Again, we want to hinge with the hip. It's a combination of the triangle and warrior two pose. So hinge forward, Putting the left hand onto the chair and bringing the right hand up. Have the right palm face towards the front of the room and gently reach. That's going to get those right obliques. To get the right inner legs engaged, gently press that foot into the mat. You're going to feel the inner legs strengthen. Stay connected with that breath. Release that right foot, bring the right hand back. Slowly bring the arms out like wings. We're going to hold on to the chair with the left hand. Slowly bring the right arm down, both hips forward, reaching for that length right where we began. Palms together, exhaling down to heart center. Again, you can chill out here and warrior prayer, or you can press the hands together to activate the wrist, the biceps, those pectorals. Don't hold your breath while you do that. And release the hands, hold on to the chair, straighten that front leg and scissor that right foot in. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I forgot to do the other pose first, so we'll do both of those here. So we'll go ahead towards the right here. The left foot's the front foot. This is the exercise for that psoas muscle. So go ahead and extend the right heel with the toes facing up. You can stay here. You're still working that psoas. If you're looking for more balance, you can lift the foot up. I want you to personalize that. It doesn't have to be up very high. You want to engage the balance even more. Lift the right hand up, drop the shoulder down, spread those fingers, and release on down. We're going to come on over here towards the left side, where the right foot's the standing foot. We're going to hold on with the right chair. Belly's locked, that focal point's 3 feet away. We're going to extend the left heel, the toes facing up. Again, you can stay here. We can lift that up. The right and left sides are different. Keep the ears, shoulders, and hips stacked. Taking the left hand up, dropping the shoulder down, spreading those fingers. And slowly come down. We're going to come to the center as we do our modified down dog. Again, we want the abdominal to stay locked to protect that low back. We're going to hold on to the hand, to the chair with both hands, stepping on back. We're going to hinge with the hip, not the spine, taking the tailbone back, dropping the chin towards the collarbone. Notice that my head is still above the level of my heart. It's just a great stretch of the back of the body. Keeping those abdominals locked. Slowly come on up and walk on forward. We're going to finish our practice out by inhaling the hands up, reaching for that length, palms together, exhaling on down. Again, inhaling, taking the hands on up, reaching for that length, maybe squeezing the glutes, maybe going back a centimeter, that's a choice. Palms together, exhaling down. Again, inhaling, taking the hands on up, reaching for that length, maybe squeezing the glutes, maybe going back a little bit. Palms together, exhaling down, thumbs against the sternum and eyes closed. You've definitely earned this mountain prayer. Just relax for a moment here. And go ahead and open those eyes. Okay, as we go from a standing to seated position, stay connected to your breath and please take your time. So just take the chair, take it off the mat, and take your time coming into a seated position. We're going to go into a modified boat pose. So just take your time. We're going to come in with the soles of the feet on the mat, knees are facing up. The right hand is under the right shoulder, the left hand is under the left shoulder. We're going to prop the chest up. You're going to feel that spine decompress, and that's very important. The right hand is on the right hamstring, the left hand is on the left hamstring. Lean back slightly. You can either lift up the left foot, or you can bring both feet up. It's whatever feels comfortable to you. I'll keep mine down for those of you that want that foot down. And for those of you that want to, you can reach those hands forward. Reaching those hands are going to engage those shoulders and lat muscles. Keep that belly pressed in. Slowly come down, drop the head down gently, close the eyes. Let's take a few more breaths. We're going to do one more on the other side. Again, I like this because it does strengthen the abdominals and the psoas muscle. And open the eyes. Hands are underneath the shoulders. That chest is propped up to decompress that spine. Hands go into the hamstrings and lean back slightly. Either lift up the right foot this time, or you can lift up both feet. I'm going to keep my left foot down and I'm going to reach forward with those hands. Again, reaching forward with the hands is an option. Maybe that's not right for you. Maybe you need to keep those hands behind those hamstrings. Go ahead and come down, give yourself a hug, drop the chin down and breathe. And open the eyes. Come on up. All right, we're going to go ahead and lie down onto our backs. But we're going to keep the soles of the feet on up. Just taking your time. All right, we're going to go into a bridge pose. We're going to strengthen that back. So very slowly, lift up, the hips up, one vertebra at a time. We'll hold that. And then go ahead and one vertebra at a time. You're going to feel that on the upper back, the mid back, and eventually that low back. When that comes down, go ahead and take that right arm up and overhead. We're going to stretch the right shoulder and that right neck by turning the chin towards the left. Feeling on the right side of the neck, maybe closing the eyes, breathing. And come back with that chin. The chin is looking towards the ceiling and float the right hand down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just go ahead and take the left arm up and overhead. Again, we're slow, we're controlled, more gentle. We're going to turn and look over the right. So the left side of that neck is getting a gentle stretch. Bring that chin back to the center. Go ahead and allow the left hand to come down. And the soles of the feet on the mat, and just open those knees out into a lying bound cobbler. Take the right hand onto the stomach, the left hand onto the heart, closing those eyes, breathing nice and deep. This is getting into the pelvis, it's getting into the inner leg, and a nice hip flexion. And open the eyes, release the hands of the right hand on the outside of the right thigh, the left hand on the outside of the left thigh, and use those hands to gently guide those knees in together. The soles of the feet are going to be on the mat. Hug the left knee in, followed by the right knee. So we're hugging both knees, right where we began today. Again, the spine is on the mat. If the tailbone's up, come out of that stretch a little bit. Close those eyes. Take a couple more nice deep exhales with that low back. Again, massaging the tailbone is not for everybody. If that's not right for your back, just stay here and enjoy those deep exhales. But if you want to, again, our spine is still. The movement comes from the knees. We move the knees to the right a little bit, maybe a centimeter. Knees to the left a little bit. Slow and controlled. For rocking side to side, gently stop. Take a couple more nice deep exhales. Releasing, coming onto the sole of the left foot if you've got low back pain, or if you prefer to extend the leg, you can come onto the left heel. Releasing the hands, either coming onto the sole of that right foot for low back pain, or you can extend them out with that right heel. Take both arms up and overhead. Take both corners of the mouth up and smile. You guys did great today. Slowly float those hands to either side of the body. Feel free, if you need to put that blanket under the knees. If you want a little gentler version, and close the eyes and stop breathing deeply. We're going to take a moment here to find the natural rhythm of our breath. Getting ready for Savasana. So I want you to think about your right shoulder, your right elbow, the right wrist. Just relax and release that on down. The left shoulder, the left elbow, the left wrist. Just relax and release. right hip, the right knee, the right ankle. Just relax and release. The left hip, the left knee, left ankle. Just relax and release. That low back, mid back, and upper back. Just relax and release. The back of the head and the crown of the scalp. Just relax and release. Stay focused here on the inhales and exhales. You can feel the temperature difference. As you're inhaling, you can feel the cool, dry air as you inhale in the back of the throat. You can feel as you exhale the warm, moist air come from the back of the throat and out through the nose. So just focus on that. Completely relax. I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy the next couple of minutes. The eyes closed, gently wiggle the fingers, gently wiggle the toes, and relax the fingers and relax the toes. Only halfway, very softly. Begin to open the eyes and gently close the eyes. Taking a nice big inhale through the nose, followed by a nice cleansing exhale out through that nose. Very softly begin to open the eyes. And we don't want to get up too quickly, so if possible, we'll roll onto the left side of the body, keeping that spine straight. Bringing the hands in prayer position, just cradling your head into your hands. Really enjoying the peace and tranquility that we've cultivated in today's practice. All right, very slowly taking your time, put the right hand onto the mat. Slowly come up into a comfortable seated position. Again, the legs can be crisscrossed, they can be extended, they can be V-sit. Get nice and comfy, putting the hands onto the lap, taking the shoulders up and drawing them back. That feels good on that neck. And whenever you're ready, inhale those hands up, reaching for that length, palms together, exhaling down to heart center. I'm going to thank each and every one of you for spending some time with me today. I hope you feel better, I hope you feel relaxed, and you're just completely floating out of here. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.